Hello, folks, and it's that time again where we talk about change and also of New Year's resolutions and stuff. But my resolution, as it were, is kind of boring. So I'll just tell you what I plan on doing for the next year. Um, you probably know that maybe I have or haven't. I don't know. I don't remember. I made too many videos and deleted them and whatnot. I don't know what I put up anymore. So the thing is, I'm going to be moving into a new place. That's not this hellhole here, and I'll have my own apartment. Hopefully, all the paperwork and everything gets all settled, and I can move in on the 1st of December, or at least early December, hopefully. Um, so, my plans is like for January of next year and going on. I plan on doing is several projects. I want to, okay, I'll tell you what they are. So, you might think that I've gone insane of doing so much or just picking, but these are going to be year long projects, and some of the stuff will be pretty quickly done, and plenty of content to make as videos and tutorials and things of, hey, this is how to do it, or at least how I did it, anyways. So, okay, the first set of things I'm going to be doing one, it's animations. Okay, so with the animations I'm going to do in the very beginning is little animated shorts, and then I'm going to work up to doing is an animated series. But I have some problems with that, such as like getting the voice actors. So that's kind of the problem. The other thing I want to do is also an animated film or films, anyways. Um, I can get a lot of the pre-production work done, and I'll do is the pencil tests and put those out. But when the animated series, the different animation series, each one, and same thing with the animated films that I will make, all when they're done or whatever, I'll put out is a production books of each of these series and movies that I do. So filled with information, behind the scenes stuff, photos, and um, also notes and you know the scripts and how I create of what the scripts are, and the different processes, you know and also is all the other shite, of pre-production and post-production, of information, photos, and sketches and designs and all that stuff. Um, Even the layouts of the scenes and stuff and all that. And yeah. Anyways, and plus, I want to do is make videos showcasing what I'm doing. And when I get internet, I want to do is actually have live streams of this, of showing what I did and also broadcasting in a live stream of whatever finished work I did, let's say the teaser for the animated series or any of the animated series that I will end up doing. Same thing with the movies. So look forward to me working with that. And you're wondering what animation program I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using is Procreate Dreams. That's it. Yep, Procreate Dreams. I'm gonna work all on that, even the pencil testing and stuff like that. And okay, next major big project or set of projects within the same sphere, which is comic books. My graphic novels I want to do is actually work on them and compile them and print them out. Actually publish these things. That's what I gotta do. Um, that's going to be doing throughout the year. Um, and plus, like I said, just same thing like of making videos and yeah. And also what I do is art books. High res and fully colored, illustrations and stuff. That'll be in art books for each of the manga series that I do. You know, because they're going to be mangas. Or manhwas, or you know, graphic novels, comic books, comic, whatever you want to consider them. Uh, anyways, not really in the style of manhwa, anyways, but oh well. Um, the next thing I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be doing is my music. Want to work into that and create songs again and actually compile them, and yeah, I want to put out my music and actually, if I could find or remember like my earlier songs, I have created so many songs uh, in so many years. But a lot of it, I've written in notebooks. I've lost a lot of stuff. Was destroyed, burned, stolen. Yeah, and trying to piece back everything that I have created over the years. It's going to be a daunting task if I try to recreate stuff that I've lost so long ago. Um, yeah, I just want to get back into creating my music. So the next thing is video games. It's going to be in segments, like the first segment of projects where it will be um, text-based games, very simple. I'll show you how to program it just using a basic text document, you know, text editor basically, and then how to turn all that code into a game. And I'll put out is all of these games, and I'll show you on live streams if I can do that, but definitely in videos, teaching you on how to edit a lot of these things and how to expand it, and all this. And plus, I'm going to have is these particular games in basically one big zip file. It will be out there for free for anybody to use. You know, so you don't need is a compiler. So you're just going to be using a basic text editor, and I'll teach you on how to create, these games, and then converting them from a .txt to a .exe file, an execute file, so you can just play them. I'll even do is a few AppleScript programs as well, because I programmed in AppleScript a long time ago, so why not? Um, the other projects that I will do within video games, the next set will be creating a series of games, very simple, again, teaching you how to do this, and this will be your basic simple game that you would have seen in the arcades in the early 1980s. These, something that is fun or addicting to play, that's challenging, or at least a pain in the ass to try to beat, because they're designed to do is be hard as hell and take all your money. and some people are glutton for punishment. So, yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Like old school, arcade games. And when that project is done of those games, I will combine them as one. Like, think of it like as, the classic multi games for, the Namco, pack, or a Konami pack, of all their old arcade games, on one disc, or, or one cartridge or whatever, depending on what system you're looking at. Something like that in that range. So you have one thing that you have access to all these games, and I will sell that on Steam, and I will put out a very, low price. Um, I'm thinking around between $10 to $5. Something very simple. You'll have hours of fun playing these, like old school, arcade games, made fresh and new, and with different graphics and stuff, Um, and then my next set of games that I will do, and each one will be a separate thing to be sold on Steam. And I don't know how many I'm going to do. They're going to be basically a pixelated games, and they're going to look like they belong with in the Super Nintendo line, in that realm. So, and I'm going to teach you how to make these games within, you know, a few game engines that are designed for that, such as like, well, maybe um, well, RPG Maker. That's one that I know very well, pretty well. I'm not an expert in any of them, but hell, I'll show you some stuff, and I'll teach you a few things, and I'll even look up a few other things, and maybe you might learn something. Hell, I might learn some new shit, or at least how to familiarize myself with the UI of the program and stuff, and creating the games. So the first game that I'm going to do under that line of pixelated games and stuff is going to be kind of within the same ilk as Harvest Moon and Rune Factory. Those are two series I really do enjoy, and so I want to create, something within that kind of realm and stuff, with a storyline that is compelling and fun gameplay for people that enjoy the aspects of RPG, but also like the aspects of having your farm, and you know and the whole thing with wooing, the people and whatever, trying to get married or whatever, dating and stuff like that, you know. So it's a combination of these games, which I happen to like. And I'm talking about the old version of Moon, of Harvest Moon, before the split between the two companies. You know what I mean? Never mind. Okay, another game within those kind of lines is, well, I have a lot of ideas, and most of them can be, fantasy and sci-fi. But here's one that I really want to make. I actually want to make several variances of this. Think of it like kind of a series, as it were. So I want like a pixelated game that is basically based off of an online game that's called Renaissance Kingdoms. I want to make something that is similar to that, but better, or at least what I think it would be better and more fun, or at least for me. And I will have it as like a game that you can play by yourself, and you could also do is have it as an MMO. You know, have that option or whatever. I'll figure out how it's going to end up being, but it first came out as like, okay, I played the game and I was thinking, how can I make a way cooler version of that, of Renaissance Kingdom by making it all 3D? That's my next line. It's like, okay, a 3D MMO RPG that is all in real time. So, yeah, kind of in that situation. Um, and have that, online and stuff permanently, and people come in and out and whatever, but the days and months and years still roll on by. So, um, that's kind of what I'm going for, getting up to that. So I'll do something similar to that, but a pixelated version, So it would be something similar to looking like the old school Harvest Moon, or something on the lines of like Zelda or something or whatever. The look and whatever. Maybe I'll just make the characters bigger, so more detailed. Instead of having them shrunken down or something, maybe bigger, give them more details and stuff like that. I think I will do that. Have them more like looking like a man. No, no. Um, Final Fantasy Tactics, or you could say is like Hoshigami. What's the other one? Well, anyways, it escapes me. I'll think of it later. I'm tired. It's late at night. It's like about 1 in the morning right now. So, anyways, it's like what 1:18. Yeah, sorry, 1:18 a.m. Monday. Anyways, yeah, and also want to make a 4K kind of games and stuff. That some are sci-fi, other ones is like fantasy to historical periods. I might make it as like a series. You know, so of a different set that's a 4K set of games that are not you know this variant based off of on Renaissance Kingdoms, but kind of similar but different, way different. So so anyways, yeah, uh, I want to do a lot of videos on that. Oh, um, I want to do is my cookbooks. So the beginning of next year, January, I will do is some cookbooks. The first cookbook that will be out, hopefully, I will have it out by the end of January to the middle of February. It'll be out for sale, and it's basically a cookbook for college students. That's it. I'll have other ones that are like more complex, stuff in it. Like one on just baking, one uh, I want to do is like um, a cookbook that would be in the same style of the historical cookbooks, cookbooks of the past, where they're kind of asinine to try to figure out the measurements and stuff when it's all within poetry or whatever. And, I'll go with ancient, old, measurements because most of the measurements I do with cooking is on older measurements. Like pinch and dash and a splash and a jigger, and all that stuff. It's like, well, some of that is with bartending. I know they have is a little cup with different lines on it for what's what of measurement. You know, but I'll just use the old terminology for a lot of that for kind of like a historical cookbook. And I want to do is make videos showing what I'm doing, and putting out these cookbooks, and hopefully um, these cookbooks would be all completed within March, you know, by March, because I'm just going to be doing a whole mess. Um, and that's just kind of it. So that's kind of the rundown of things I want to do. My first month there, which hopefully it's going to be in December, um, I'm just going to basically set up my apartment and stuff, and do as much work as I can, save up money so I can end up paying for internet. That's kind of what is going to happen. So that's why it's going to be a rough start. So yeah, let's see what happens and what I end up doing. Um, these are projects that I really want to do, and yes, I want to do is have some of my writings put out. I have poems and stuff like that, and sonnets, whatever. I want to put these things out, but I don't know if it's going to be done within a year or so. So the projects that I specify, yes, these things are going to happen, and we'll see how far I get with each one of these things and what's going to happen. So till then, TTFN.